what are they telling you for surgery options?
That's what I have to find out. I don't know yet. The regular doctor recommends a radical mastectomy.
Right. So if you did a radical mastectomy, would you go to reconstruction, do you think?
Definitely. Yeah, I want to try to do it all at once. That's why I'm thinking about deep.
That's what I had.
Yeah. Did you have radiation right afterwards?
No. No. See, my implants the first time around shifted into my armpits.
Oh, awesome.
So the implants came out, and because, cancer gives you extra poundage, at first I went in there and I was like, I wanted to have, because my girlfriend had just had surgery. She had just had a mastectomy with the dorsal, not dorsal, the lat. They used her back.
Yeah, the back, yeah.
And I was like, I want to have that. I have fat on me. And he looked at me and laughed. He's like, you have no fat. There's no way I can do this. I can make maybe one breast. Oh, my stupid dogs.
See, I have plenty down, I have a pot belly, so I have to choose from.
Cancer gave me 27 extra pounds. So when the implant shifted, he said, I think I might be able to get something out of here. So that's what I did. Now going from implants to the deep, I'll tell you, it feels like me. I didn't like the implants the minute they were put in.
See, that's what I want. I want to feel like normal. I don't like the idea of having and also the idea of having more foreign objects in my body.
Yes, like it was actually like it gave me anxiety. Like it freaked me out. That being said, my breasts they're symmetrical, but they're not they're not perfect.
Right.
I could care less. They look like real breasts to me. And it was an incredibly long process. So
that's what I've heard too.
It's a 10-hour surgery. And you're in the ICU for 3 days, and then they move you to the regular floor, the recovery floor, for another 2 days. So I was in the hospital for 5 days, and then I came home, and it was a good, I'd say 3-4 weeks before I really felt like myself. 6 drains, it sucked. The pain sucked, but mentally I was so prepared for it, I felt okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. That's helpful to go in with feeling that way.
And so my doctor, they make your breasts a little bit bigger, and then they can go in and do revisions, and they revise them. So then I had that this past September after everything settled and all that good stuff. That surgery kicked my ass. I don't know if it was because I had already had a surgery and because, I don't know, it was real tired though. And he laughed. He's like, it's because you've had so many surgeries, and, basically he did like a whole nother mastectomy on me.
Yeah.
I think someone's messaging me for the chat. So it's tough. But if I had to go do it all again, if I had to choose reconstruction, I definitely would have gone with this. Not everybody has this option.
Right.
Yeah,
I've heard from a couple people who did the same thing, who one started with implants and then had to have them come out because their body started to reject them, and so went back to do the full reconstruction and said, I'm so glad, and I should have done that from the beginning, but I'm glad I had the second option.
Right. And it's just scary. Like you just don't realize how much your body is going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I gotta load Brandy in.
Okay. I have to check an email. I'll be right back.
You do that.
There we go. Okay, that's been corrected. Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
They got you. Where is this?
Here she is. Hello. I don't know where CJ is. She's supposed to come on unless she got...
I met her Saturday in Baltimore.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went to that Baltimore rah-rah rally kind of thing. It was okay, very pink. I came home with a swag bag from Komen, and I'm like, oh boy, pink stuff, which I
Did
don't
you
really
puke
quite
in
know
it?
what to do with.
Oh my gosh.
So, but she was hosting the metastatic little workshop, so I got to talk to her a little bit.
She's
so
fantastic, isn't
yeah,
she?
it was great. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad to finally meet you. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, good, good, good.
Yeah.
And C2C is coming through Baltimore, so you better make sure you
Yeah, I'll have to try to
check
get
it
there.
out. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Brandy, can you hear us?
Mm,
See your little picture.
right.
I know Lisa's going to be late.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was so funny that I could not remember what we were supposed to talk about. And one of the things was cancer, effects of cancer, which is clear that the effects of cancer is that my brain doesn't work anymore.
Yes, it's very true.
Right?
Yep.
I almost think that's the worst one.
Yes.
And because you'll be in a conversation with someone and you're talking perfectly fine, and then your brain just stops working.
Yes.
And if they don't understand that, you seem very stupid. You know?
Yep.
Oh, Sheila's here too. I gotta add Sheila. I wish you could just. I don't know. I must have clicked something at one point that made it so you couldn't join in just to the open chat. That you have to be invited. I need to undo that so that you can just pop in.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird because you should be able to, just jump in. So tomorrow's the day, last chemo.
Yes, I'm very excited. So, first thing,
You feel good
early
about
tomorrow morning. I do, and I've come through this pretty well. All things considered, I survived. It was I talked to my doctor about it yesterday. I said, out of everything, it's like, could I have lost the hair on my legs, and my face, instead of my eyelashes.
Isn't it weird? I almost think it's because the boy genes really kick in.
Yeah, she
You know
said
what I
something
mean?
to that effect too. So.
Yeah, I think it's because the boy genes, like the estrogen, is gone and blocked, whatever, and the boy genes are now kicking in.
That's annoying.
Oh, there she
Looks like Brandy's back.
Hello.
There she is.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
I can't hear.
Oh, are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Just tired.
Oh, I know.
Story of my life.
As always.
Yes.
Brandy, did you see that your blog is featured today on Cure Diva?
I did.
I'll have to go and share that around town later.
I felt so special.
Well, you are so special.
Yeah.
I know, tired. Does it ever stop?
I don't know.
No.
Man. It's insane.
Oh.
I don't sleep. I wake up at like 3 in the morning and I'm just kind of like, and then my cat knows I'm awake, so she's like, oh, good, you're awake, pet me. So that doesn't help. So she starts purring, and then that wakes up my boyfriend, who is like, stop your cat purring. I'm like, sorry, I can't help it. She's happy. So he usually shoves her off the bed. Then she comes back, and she's got a bell on her collar, so she jingles. So it's just like, oh, why did you shove her off the bed? Now
it's time to get up.
done it. Exactly. She'll bug me for like the next 2 hours.
But I do think we like, I'm sitting here exhausted, and there comes Bob. My story is just like the rest of you.
Bob.
We all wake up at 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Wide awake.
How are you?
But we also have to. Hey, Bob, how are you?
All right, doing okay. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, yeah, Tony.
I think we have. What?
I was just going to say Tony made a very late lunch, so let me just go grab that, and I'll be right back.
Yum.
Okay.
All right?
We forget what our body has been through and what it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I know, Stacy, you're approaching your surgery, but that surgery, your surgeries, it said, and I've read a lot about this, it takes your body a month to recover for every hour we're under.
Wow. Really?
So add it all up. That's a lot of time recovering. And then
Yeah.
are you really recovering? I mean, Brandy, you have kids, so you probably recovered for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I have to go right back to work, so I
Right.
don't know, you know, it's going to be, and, you know, I don't know how long I'll be off work, but, you know, I'll have to come back, and, you know, granted I have a desk job, but still, you know.
It doesn't matter.
No rest for the weary.
Exhausting.
Yeah, and I have an hour commute, you know, so, yay.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That is tiring. Just being stuck in the car
Yeah,
is exhausting.
yeah. Yeah, there are times I come home and I'm just kind of like, okay, you know, put my feet up and like beg my boyfriend, can you please make dinner for a change?
Yeah.
Because you're tired, and I think we really forget we are not really resting when we're and recovering and, you know, recharging ourselves. We're not. We're taking care of the kids. We're going to work. We're doing this. We're doing that. And then when we do have a second to sit back, you're like, oh my God, I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the bags under my eyes and I want to scream.
Yeah. I was so desperate the other day. I resorted to ice packs underneath my eyes as my eyes were so puffy and swollen. I'm just like, oh my God, I have got to put, and it didn't help. And now I just had red bags under my eyes.
Oh God. Ah, I know. It's
Cucumbers.
Yeah, we were out of cucumbers, unfortunately.
I don't think that really works either, but
Well, it's always
It smells
worth a try,
good.
right?
And, you know, when you're done, you can just eat them.
yeah. Yeah.
Texting CJ to see where she is. Knowing CJ, she forgot. Brandy, I heard you're going to do a little crocheting or knitting.
Maybe if I have time.
What you going to knit?
I hope you do.
Are you talking, for the Metavivor?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm going to try. My list of things to do is, 72 miles long.
Right. I hope you, I mean, you're so talented, so I know that it would. And, oh, stop. You could even, do it in stages. I was saying it could be like a raffle. Like, people could send in, bids, and you could show progression of whatever you're making, and I think people would like it. Yeah, I think so. I do think so.
I did that. We didn't raffle it off, but I worked with Save Our Children at Christmas time and knit a sweater and shared the progress to encourage people to donate $5 to them.
Cool.
I love that. That's
that's a great idea.
Yeah. My hair's crazy. I finally got a shower.
Hey, at least you have hair.
At least you washed your hair. At least you have hair.
If I told you all the stuff, literally and figuratively, all the shit I've cleaned in the last 18 hours.
Uh-oh, do you have somebody sick?
I deserve that shower.
Do you have someone sick?
Well, Granny's recovered. Granny had a surgery a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
So she's recovering. But she had a Foley catheter in until yesterday morning.
Oh, I hate those things.
Hi.
I sort of love a catheter.
Oh, thank you. You guys can't hear me down there, can you? Okay, good. Mwah, love you.
When I had my DEEP and they were going to take the catheter out, I was like, can't you just leave it in for a little bit? Just a little bit longer, please. They're like, I've never had anyone ask to keep a catheter in. I was like, this is great. I don't got to get up. Are you kidding me?
Right, really? Oh, my God.
And I drink so much that I'm constantly peeing, so it was fantastic. Yeah, I asked if I could go home with it. And my husband was like, if she goes home with that catheter in, she better go home with a nurse.
Yeah. Granny didn't come home with a nurse. Granny came home with me.
Oh, Brandy, you have so much on your plate.
And then, it gets better. The doctor's like, well, we can remove the Foley, but you have to straight catheter every 3 to 4 hours. What?
Oh,
No.
oh my God. Oh, well, look who joined the posse.
Okay, so apparently Google has once again changed everything. So I had to go download more stuff, and then allow applications, and then open the application.
Seriously?
Oh my God! Yes. I was like, okay, I'm
Well,
about
we're just talking about catheters and Foleys.
I have only had to have those for surgery, thank God.
Brandy, you know what I love is that you're talking about all that while you're eating something.
This is my life, guys. Listen, I've got 3 kids. I've cleaned up my fair share of vomit, poop, pee. It doesn't faze me anymore. It is what it is.
Good, I don't feel bad then, because I'm gonna go grab my lunch too.
No, nobody cares. Brandy, how long have you been out since your last treatment?
Including Herceptin or no?
Yes, including Herceptin.
Like August of 2012 was my last Herceptin. And now I take Ferriston, which is like tamoxifen, but not.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, because it's really only approved for stage 4 breast cancer, but I'm taking it anyway, even though I'm not stage 4, because tamoxifen made me more sick than chemo.
Really?
Get out.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I was on tamoxifen and I didn't get out of bed for 3 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
I
my
lost
God.
like 20 pounds. All I did was cry. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep.
I found
I didn't get up.
Oh my God, you poor thing. Ick.
Yeah. So we went off the tamoxifen pretty quickly. I think I was only on it for 2 months. And then the doctor's like, yeah, we're done. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Sephora
is a similar. Oh.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of that drug. Andy, have you?
It's
No.
Fareston. I've learned from Twitter that it's actually used a lot in England. I learned more about the side effects from my friends in England than I do from even my own oncologist, because he's like, I don't have any other patients take.
Wow.
Right. They are putting. They want to put
$1,000 a month without insurance.
Ish. Holy crap.
Wait. What did you just say? She just bleeped out.
It's something about $1,000 a month without insurance.
Yep, that's what I heard.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yeah, that's a big suck.
Yeah.
That angers me. Sephora, they want to put her back on tamoxifen.
Oh, jeez.
How did she do on it last time?
Not great.
Yeah, I didn't have. The only real issue I had was hot flashes. And then I figured out that as long as I took my Xanax like a good little girl, I didn't get stressed and I didn't have as many hot flashes.
So someone just told me that peppermint oil is good for hot flashes.
You know what? I
Yeah,
hadn't heard that, so I'll be trying that.
I'll try a peppermint oil. That's not going to do anything to hurt you, so
No.
why not?
Yeah.
I do think that tamoxifen gets the worst rap out of any drug. That I think you're almost screwed no matter when you're taking it.
I took mine in the...
Wait, Brandy,
Yes.
what did
Sorry,
you say
my
about
thing
insurance?
crashed. Oh, the medicine I take, Ferriston, it's like $1,200 a month without insurance.
That is freaking insane. And it's supposed to... What are you eating there, Andy?
Pizza.
Nice. And you said it's for stage 4, really, right?
Yeah. So I'm
So
taking
let's-
it off label.
Oh my God. That makes me so mad.
Yeah, well, my husband's company is switching insurance on us, and the new insurance might not approve it because it's off-label use. So awesome.
Oh my God. Does your insurance cover it then?
My current insurance does, yeah. They've covered everything. There's nothing. The only thing they didn't cover in the whole entire process was they were like, they took 5 mammogram pictures and we're only paying for 4.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God.
Only thing they denied this whole, like through the whole entire thing. And my husband was like, really? It's like the cheapest thing on the bill.
And it's 1.
Yeah. But my husband protested it for so long that finally insurance was like, we're just writing it off. Have a good day.
Oh, well, thank God.
Oh, I love it.
I'm back.
I love it. There's Bob.
Hey, I was listening to the conversation.
Oh, so we were about to talk about you. I'm glad we didn't.
I know.
Yeah,
So-
we were going to plot and plan because some of us have been shopping.
Oh my God. Anyway,
Look at he's embarrassed. He's actually blushing.
yeah, like 25 days now, I think, till the big day.
Yeah.
25 days. That's going to go by quick.
To the chapel and he's gonna get married.
So anyway, question for people. I'm going to be going on Tony's insurance. How is that going to affect my treatment going forward?
It shouldn't. It's
Shouldn't
not
it
supposed to.
No. I don't think
affect-
so.
different
It
carrier.
will only
Sure.
affect things if your current doctors are not on the new plan.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that.
That's where the effect comes in.
Yes.
Mm.
I'll have to call a provider.
However,
Yeah, but as a spouse, you should have your benefits should be transparent. You know, you shouldn't have, barring any, that your providers aren't there. You should it should be seamless because you're going to be a spouse, so you get the exact same benefits he does, and you'll be all set.
Yep. See, I see somebody else is knitting.
Wow, cool. So what are you knitting?
I'm not.
I'm knitting a scarf.
Are you really, Bob?
Yeah.
Let me see. Good for Bob. Go, Bob.
Yeah, it's a stress reliever for me, aside from the Xanax.
Okay, so did you start knitting after cancer?
Yes. Yeah, I actually
And Brandy,
crocheted.
did you?
I crocheted before
No.
years ago when I was under a lot of stress.
Ah.
And then I decided that I'd pick up knitting now because I've just this whole wedding thing has just got me broken.
You are hilarious. And I guess it's sort of like art therapy in a way, right?
It's truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandy, no, you were a knitter before?
Yeah, I started knitting about 11 years ago.
And did you, while you were at chemo, is that just something that you did to, relieve?
When I could, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brandy. Hey, Brandy. I've
Yeah.
got a question. It might be a little personal. I noticed you've got a little dimple up in your neck. Is
From
that the same side your port's on?
it's from the port.
Okay, because I was looking at mine the other day, and all of a sudden I've got this dimple the same side as my neck, or the same side as my port, and I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah, it's from
Okay.
the port.
Because I didn't have with my first port.
Well, they can do the port over your clavicle or under your clavicle, and apparently it's really a big deal to the doctors who do this about which side you're on, and I think that affects whether you get it or not.
Gotcha.
So,
I guess mine is under both times. I'm going to sit here and feel my clavicle. No.
I have a little indent at mine now from that.
you
And I
do?
have and I have a nice coloring scarf from the port too, so that's gonna look
Oh,
lovely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely scar.
Yes.
Bob never had a port.
I never had a port.
He got his chemo through his big old badass veins.
Yeah, I mean, right now I've got a PICC line, so, you know.
How is the PICC line going, Stacy?
It's fine. It really hasn't been anything. You know, long sleeves have been a boon, but, you know, I have to go in weekly and have the dressing changed, and they peer at it, and they've been drawing blood out of it, and I've been getting chemo in it, so it's been fine. It really doesn't bother me. It's just, you know, it sticks out. That's the only thing. Cosmetically, it's not attractive, but other than that, it's been fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's an additive thing that, you know, when during diagnosis, nobody's warning you about. You know what I mean? They just sort of send you off to have it done, but they don't say X, Y, and Z could happen.
Right. And the thing that I hear is, that I won't get it out until after I have my PET scan because they needed to inject the dyes or whatever.
Right.
But they told me, I'm like, well, how does this thing come out? She's like, oh, we just yank it out in the office. And I was just like, can I throw up now? Yeah, I'm like, can I throw up now? I really just don't want to have you, like, yank that in the office. It's not like a ripcord. So I was just kind of like,
office. I had the first port removed in the doctor's office.
That's not how I had mine.
I had my port, the original port, done, you know, in surgery, and they took it out in surgery. The PICC line, I went to the hospital for it as like a outpatient kind of thing, and some little tech came in and did it. So I was hoping that, you know, I would go back and have some little tech take it out nicely, but it didn't sound like it.
I think CJ completely forgot. I've texted her and emailed her.
Oops.
So how's support doing otherwise other than the we want you back on tamoxifen?
Right.
She's not doing good at all. She was in a lot of, my screen's all weird. She was in a lot of pain yesterday and was having a very hard time breathing and waited for the OT to get there, and then she went to the ER and there wasn't enough fluid in her lungs to be drained. But there's definitely fluid building back up. But her mom had to leave on Monday, so she's all alone.
Oh, man.
That sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
We're going to have to make this road trip. You know that.
Yeah. You shouldn't be alone. I mean, she's in pain, and so when they did the bronchoscopy, whatever the hell it's called, they whatever. I mean, you know me, I make up words for shit.
Sorry, I'm a medical guy.
Why can't they just call it something? Why it's got to be this long-ass freaking name? Why can't it just be
because it's all about the Latin.
Because it's all about the Latin.
It's all about the Latin. The Latin.
About the Latin. No English.
What it is and where it goes.
So what her throat is like horrible, and it's like really hard for her to talk, which makes it hard for her to breathe, which just makes everything so difficult. I mean, and it can take up to a year to clear.
Holy crap.
Ugh.
Yeah, a year to clear. So they could do this one process to make it better, but it's too invasive, so they're not going to. So she goes back to the oncologist next week to see how the brain mets did under the Gamma knife, and then they'll go from there. But she's not walking. I mean, she's got to walk with a walker. She's very wobbly. She's constantly nauseous, like unbelievably nauseous. And it's visible, like you can tell. What?
I was going to say, that's the first thing you got to fix, is because if you're not nauseous, you don't want to move, you don't want to eat. If you don't want to eat, you're not going to heal. I mean,
I know. So the doctor had her taking the anti-nausea medicine like round the clock. Just, you know, to pound her with it. But, you know, when she takes, like for the pain, if she takes something higher, the pain med makes her nauseous. You know what I mean? Dilaudid's no joke.
Nauseous.
So it's hard. It's real hard.
Yeah.
To see her like that, and, you know, she doesn't want to be laying there, you know?
Yeah. And that's, I mean, I can only imagine that if all I could do was lay there, I'd be, like, majorly just F it. I'm done.
Well, she's, you know, I can't blame her for being like that, because, you know, even she doesn't really want to get on social media because it actually increases the nausea. She's flipping through her iPad or, whatever, and she's so exhausted. She's so tired. And, just like when we had spoken before and I had said how people were saying that the Gamma knife was easy peasy and, it's not a big deal, and it's radiation to your brain. It's definitely going to affect you somehow. So,
yeah.
Right.
And the other thing that I've always said, I mean, we're all sitting here, but we're all different, and we all have different lifestyles, and, Brady and I have small kids, which affects our recovery, and, everyone's got something in their life that affects them. So we can't tell someone something's easy. We don't know what their life is like. I just don't. And, the other thing, like, she could, if she was somebody different, I don't know, would this, maybe it'd be no big deal, and I don't know, but it's...
I didn't have any problems with chemo. I had problems with radiation. But
right,
yet
you and I have talked about that.
Right.
There are people that have had, like, almost as soon as that, whether it's the, what is it, adriamycin cytoxin or the Taxol or Taxane, or,
which is what I had or have.
You're hurling. And that's everybody's biology is just different.
Right. Hold on.
So what's going on with Metavivor and C2C?
I don't know. I've sent like a million emails to CJ about it. It's going to be a fantastic. If it's coming towards you, you definitely need to come check it out. The talks that they have lined up, the displays that they have lined up are just simply incredible. I mean, Metavivor is truly the only organization that all the money goes to research. CJ's not making money. Lori's not making money. These people aren't making money off of this. The money goes in, it goes to research. Goes in, it goes to research. And it takes people like myself and other people that volunteer to help out to back it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
buy me, but it's not making a stop. When it comes from Kentucky through to Mississippi, it's going to drive by me because that's the way the highway goes, but there's no stop, and there's not really any time for them to stop.
Right. I know it's a tight schedule. I mean, when I look at the schedule, it's like minute to minute. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. At one point we were looking at it, and downstate Amory was like, CJ, you got 20 minutes here. And it's clearly not enough. But I think it's going to spread some amazing awareness to people, and I think people are going to hear a different side of metastatic cancer. And, I'll be honest with you, and I joke around all the time with downstate, I know nothing about research. It gives me a headache to look at it. It really does. It's too much for my brain. I don't know how people keep up with all the trials and everything. I really don't. That would stress me out.
Was it Downstate that posted the link about the research not being reported, the results not getting reported?
Probably. It sounds like something she'd post. I mean, and that is
me off.
Yeah, and that's a huge factor. Stuff that they're researching is not. I don't know. But that part of it just stresses me out. So I joke around. I'm like, you guys tell me where you're going to be, and I'll help plan a party.
Yeah, I wish I had time, space to do both.
Little devil.
Hey!
He's a little devil.
Hey.
CJ must have forgot to jump on.
He's in a different time zone.
Yeah, Metavivor zone. Anne-Marie, was it you that just posted about research not being reported?
Yes.
Okay.
I just said how I joke around and I say that you have to do with the research. I can't handle that aspect of it.
That's right. We're a good tag team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'd just like to know my daggum results. 2 studies in 7 years, and I've done exit interviews for both studies, so I know they're done. Where's the results?
That kind of pissed me off when I saw your comment on Facebook. When I saw that written down, I'm like, see, this is wrong. This is like so wrong.
So why should I keep doing trial? I mean, I'm all, might as well try. Medicine is a practice for a reason. It's a trial and error, and I get that. But dadgummit, give me some feedback. Tell me that what I did was worth it.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'll tell you what. When I sit at a science meeting, and they say, and lastly, we'd like to thank the women that participated. Great. Did you go back to the women that participated before you're presenting these findings at the wherever the hell you are? No, you didn't. And that's not
not only that, but crap, you're not even posting them, because I've gone to the NIH site to see.
That's a problem. That's a and I mean, I know government studies are bound, but there's no timeline.
Yeah, I'd like for it to happen in my lifetime.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, they're required to report, but it doesn't fix a timeline on it. And I think there's something now pending to try to change that, because that's nonsense.
I guess I better go start digging that out and spreading that around.
And Anne-Marie, don't you think that's going to stop people from wanting to do a study?
Yeah, I think that
if they don't know the results.
Yes, when you're not seeing the fruits of the labor, so to speak, and it's still all a mystery. You're like, well, what did I do here? Did I, I think that really the most important people to be kept in the loop are the people that put their lives on the line. I mean, in some of the phase one studies are for safety purposes. So truly, people are putting their lives on the line because they don't even know if the medication is safe at certain doses and whatever. And then, if it's a phase 3 where you could be getting a real medication or a placebo. Yeah, when the study is closed and the results are reported. See, the problem is though the journal process. Then they got to wait for peer review, and that whole journal thing and getting published, and that causes that's a whole other situation that I would encourage everyone actually to get a copy of Truth in Small Doses that was written by Cliff Leaf. It can be a little bit science heavy to read. But Bob's
already Googling it.
Yeah. It's an eye opener. It is an eye opener about the way the grant process works, about the way the publications and the review process, the whole thing. It's a real eye opener.
I'm sure. But I think we're sitting here and I'm thinking of Andy saying all these comments about not getting results and not knowing what happened, and then I look down at Stacy, who's just finishing her chemo tomorrow, and she doesn't know after the PET scan what's what. Will that stop her from going on a trial that could potentially help her? I mean, metastatic is it's everyone's so different, and it spreads in different spots, and it's not there's no pattern there. It's not on a one-way road.
Right.
Way to hell.
Ooh, you're nuts. You're nuts. It's all
Yeah,
right.
I think we all kind of are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that oh, here
$15.
comes Frosty the Snowman. I think that's a problem. Oh, well, hello there.
Okay, wait, no, I lost you guys. There we go. No, where
How
is
are
it?
you? You put your lipstick on?
You're lucky I accepted this freaking call, that I'm sitting here with no makeup on. This is like, I don't do this for anybody. Nobody.
God, is that Anne-Marie? Yeah.
It's downstate.
Downstate. That's right. It's downstate. I really should take the glasses off so I can't see a damn thing, because it's highlighting the fact that I have no makeup on.
Neither does Bob. It's okay.
That's right. That's right. Bob and I are
I don't have any makeup on either.
Sisters and brothers in arms.
Okay, now wait. Downstate. How far downstate are you?
I am like 15 miles outside of New York City, Manhattan.
Okay, that counts.
Okay, you're in Manhattan.
No, I'm about 15 miles out of Manhattan.
Okay, so yeah, you qualify as downstate then.
Okay, because I'm from.
No, I'm downstate.
I'm from Troy originally.
Troy's not downstate.
That's not downstate.
Not at all.
Troy is the tri-state.
Well, Troy is actually Capital District.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, did we all see that Jimmy B is going to be out of Syracuse in 3 years?
What?
What's that?
To change the subject, Jimmy Boeheim is going to be out of Syracuse in 3 years. He's retiring.
Did they announce that?
Yeah, they announced it today.
I don't know. I sat on boards with his wife, and she always goes, "Hi, Marianne." Anne Marie.
I get
Anne
that
Marie.
too.
I get Anne Marie. And then we'll be in the grocery store. She's like, "Hi, Marianne." I'm like, Anne Marie. Anne Marie.
Awesome.
It's a running joke in my family. So whenever we see them, my kids are always like, "Marianne, there's Julie Boeheim."
How old is she? Like 25?
No, she's 60-something, 50-something, 60-something. She looks good for whatever age she is.
Wow. Botox.
Yes.
God up in heaven. This is going on like public channels. When
It's
you're
on
not,
YouTube
It
right
is.
now.
we're flaring people for
Reminder.
Botox, and yeah, that's good.
That's how we roll.
That's
I'm okay with it. I'll just call her Jody.
At least we're not talking about poop again.
Hey, yeah, how
We
about
could
that?
discuss poop.
We could, yeah.
Actually, we did have a little poop discussion. We were talking about catheters and stuff.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Never had one.
Oh, I hear they're worse for men.
Once. Yeah.
Catheter?
Mhm.
I love a catheter.
Yeah, well,
I'm
a
serious.
commercial. You sound like a freaking commercial.
not so much when the nurse is saying, well, you know, if you don't pee after your surgery, we're going to have to catheterize you.
I'd be like, I can't go.
It's a lot easier to get it in a guy than it is a girl, though, I'll tell you that.
Yes, it is.
To get it in a guy, then a girl?
Yeah.
Why?
Girls have
There's only one hole.
Oh, well, I only had my catheter inserted when I've been knocked out.
This is biology 101 now. We're stepping down to biology 101. And yes, only one time in my life after one surgery did I have a catheter, and it was done in the operating room. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
right,
don't know about any of that. I woke up and it was there.
And I was like, I gotta pee. And she goes, you can just go. I was like, seriously? This is the best ever.
I never have to get out of bed for any.
Right? Can you imagine if we could do that at night before we went to bed? We might be able to get like 4 hours sleep.
Hey, I spent
call it
6
cheater,
hours
Bob.
in a row last night.
What'd you say, Cindy?
I said I actually got 6 solid hours of sleep last night.
Oh, you.
I saw that on Facebook.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Tony and I-
Lisa, how many hours did you get?
Oh, shut up. I can.
No, tell us all. We want to hear.
No, I only probably got 7 this time.
Only.
Girl can sleep for days.
Wow.
Yeah, I could fall asleep now, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
I probably have that disease that where you just narcolepsy or something where you just fall.
Well, Tony and I have started to use melatonin.
That's what I use.
Good stuff.
Melatonin and trazodone. That's my cocktail.
I would say that's like
5 milligrams. Did you
And
ever
are you sure?
I took 10.
Here we go again.
And did you ever figure out your milligrams?
Listen, wise ass. I thought the bottle said milligrams. It said something else.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I took that and NyQuil last night and was still up by 3 o'clock.
Ugh,
Oy.
awful.
Yeah.
It helps you though, Bob?
Yeah, it seems to.
Good.
I'll be right back.
Do you
Relaxing.
feel better?
Yeah. Yeah, seems to be letting me get to sleep and letting me stay asleep a little bit longer. I've been sleeping till 6 or 6:30 in the morning rather than 3 or 3:30.
Yeah,
That's
that's not good.
That's a big deal.
So I'll take that.
Yeah.
No, waking up at 3:30 in the morning sucks. 6:30 is the next day already.
Yeah, 6:30 is like rejuvenated. I've
Then-
answered like 75 emails by then.
Oh my God, there's like inordinate amounts of
That's because you're up by 4, Anne Marie.
it's like
Does Downstate know that I can be married?
I gotta mute her.
there's tons of coffee like gone through.
Yeah,
She cracks me up. I muted her.
Downstate, do you know that I'm getting married to Tony?
No, congratulations.
Go to the chapel and his.
Gonna get married.
Now we have entertainment.
Downstate, did you know I'm gonna be the flower girl?
I thought I was going to
Oh, I have to get you a basket with petals so that you can do the
How can they be pink flowers?
Oh my God!
We'll get pink roses so that you can do the pink. We'll toss the pink petals. Just to make it all uniform with the whole thing.
Well,
Bob, I think you should wear a pink tie.
there you go.
Yeah.
I can do that. Now, just a thought, that we're getting married in Stratford, Connecticut to accommodate my JP because he's older and doesn't want to drive to Waterbury where we are. Stratford's right next to Bridgeport, which is right near Sephora.
Oh.
So I'll make a road trip in my my bridal party.
You shouldn't tempt us.
That's good.
Hey, what's the nearest airport?
When's that wedding?
25th.
April 10th.
Oh, April 10th.
April 10.
There's right now there's no
I
plans.
got like 5 events that weekend.
Working on that.
Who's going to wear the veil?
Yep. So.
Downstate, how do you like the fact that your name is Downstate instead of like a real name? You're just Downstate.
No, it's good. I love it because
That's what she said.
Anne-Marie could have Anne-Marie because I've had it like for a million years already. So
But
downstate is good.
I'm upstate.
You are upstate, but I don't know if they refer to you as upstate or if you're Anne-Marie and I'm downstate. I don't really know like how that all.
You get to be Downstate.
There has been more than one occasion where Anne-Marie and I have blogged on a page, and when you've clicked on the link to go to our blogs, it takes to each other's blogs.
Yeah.
And I've had to email, I had cancer. I love Anne-Marie, but that's not my blog. That's her blog. Could you fix it?
Yeah.
And then I think when we both started blogging on Cure Diva, I think Efrat screwed that up, and it was doing the same thing. Remember, our Twitters were connected?
That's right. Our Twitter. Isn't that interesting that we just had a whole Twitter Facebook commotion for the last freaking 3 days? Yep.
Yeah. So a local girl that is around here is doing the Komen 3-day walk.
Oh, Lord.
Isn't that Avon, the 3-day walk, or no?
No, Avon's a 2-day walk. Coleman does a couple of 3-day walks.
Yeah.
Hi, Brandy.
They're doing one in Baltimore.
Yeah. So I've been kind of ignoring them. I haven't responded.
Well, I have my cousin who absolutely hates Avon and likes Komen, and she has inflammatory breast cancer.
They're the same freaking thing.
When was she diagnosed with it?
Andy's website Relay for Life, I believe.
My niece is involved with the American Cancer Society, and she's the Relay for Life coordinator for upstate New York.
Relay for
The
Life.
joke is because I got signed up by someone for the Relay for Life here locally, and it wasn't me.
Can you believe somebody did that to her?
Really?
Yeah, I can believe anything anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God! Remember Batu?
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know if I'm on here or not.
Hey Lisa, when was your cousin
You're on.
diagnosed?
With inflammatory breast cancer?
Yeah.
CJ?
It sounds like it,
Last
yeah.
summer.
How is she doing? How did she find it? Or I'm just curious to know because I'm an IBC.
Oh, really? She,
Yeah.
you know, it was big, red, hot, swollen. She went to the ER with like a red, hot breast.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, I didn't have that.
31, yeah. You didn't have that?
No.
I
And
thought
I
that's
still haven't.
usually how it presented, like that kind of thing. How did yours
No.
present?
Inverted.
Oh, inverted.
Mm-hmm. And then just
CJ, is that you?
one's bigger than the other.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know. It's not showing me. I've never been on this before. I don't know how it works.
That's okay. We can hear you, and that's just as good.
Perfect.
CJ, one of the girls on the group here. Well, we have Bob too, but he's a girl, so we count him. He's just one of the girls. We're gonna get him a man on this panel. I swear to God.
That's great. I love it. It's perfect.
Stacy just met you this past weekend.
Hi, I met you in Baltimore at the Komen rally that we went to.
Yeah,
I was in the
for
metastatic group. Yeah. Hi, it's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
And Brandy's on, who's knitting away over there.
Hey, the knitter. Great.
Yeah, her and I were actually just talking about how. Brandy, tell everyone what you did at Christmas time.
Wait, what?
With the knitting, the children's program?
Oh, so I partnered with Save Our Children. They do like a sweater campaign in December where like you're supposed to throw a ugly Christmas sweater party and then everybody donates $5 to them. But they partnered with knitters and we all started sweaters like on the same day and posted our progress to encourage people to donate $5 every time we showed progress. And then at the end we showed the finished sweater.
Cool.
I love this idea, and I think that an idea like that, if Brandy can knit us something for Metavivor and we could post it, and then at the end someone bids on what she knitted.
Absolutely.
I just love that idea.
No pressure.
No pressure, Brandy. You're
Here. Awesome and beautiful. Photograph it well and make us lots of money. No,
You do the best photographs, so shut your mouth. On Instagram, those pictures are fantastic. So I don't want to hear that baloney. And it'd be at your own time schedule. You knit when you can and you post when you can. I think it's a cool idea. And I think it might encourage other people. I have a few other people, photographers. I really like this idea. I think it's a neat way to raise some money by your computer. So, well, CJ, can you tell us? So everybody was asking questions about C2C. Can you ask maybe just tell a little bit about it and what your whole idea behind it is, and a little push about it.
Absolutely. Well, C2C came along. It was suggested by somebody a couple of years ago who actually wanted to run from coast to coast, which would have taken us probably about 4 or 5 months. But that didn't turn out, but it put the bug in our minds. And the thing is that it's not that we're a highly known organization, but we have funded 14 metastasis researchers for projects for our condition. And we thought, what better way to show people where their donations have gone than to travel across the country, interview each and every one of them, and find out, okay, exactly how the grant money was spent. Of course, they had sent us closeout reports, but also in addition to that, it's different when you hear them speak and see them speak, and then when they tell you since the grant ended, precisely what's happened with that, a doggy, precisely what's happened with that research. Have other people picked it up? Has it gone on to bigger and better grants? Just where does it stand now? And I really think it makes the donors feel good about where their money's gone. It makes us feel good that we've picked the right projects, that they've actually been further picked up and gone ahead. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. Mm-hmm. And it also allows us, it gives us a routing, and then going through the states we will be meeting with all sorts of supporters and donors and patients along the way, and we can profile them. They're making opportunities for us to speak with people. They're putting on fundraisers. So it's a big win all the way around.
Yeah. So I was saying that if any of us have C2C coming at them, we need to make sure that we all reach out and make support and come to whatever you have going on there. I know that, Stacy, it's coming around you for sure. And
Yeah, Baltimore.
It's in Baltimore?
No, it's not in Baltimore. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Here, we have a couple sponsors in Maryland. We have a researcher at the NCI, but then we go up to Philadelphia, New York, Pennsylvania, and then move west from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where in Maryland?
Maybe.
We're in Annapolis. We're headquartered
Annapolis
in
isn't so
Annapolis.
bad.
But
Cool.
you're welcome to come to our kickoff party on April 8th in Annapolis.
That's what I was thinking, that one.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. We'll be posting
As
the
I'm
word
sitting here with my my little spreadsheet.
You won't get a tweet or a posting about that, don't worry. That is Lori's dog, or Lisa's dog.
The postman rings the doorbell.
That's it.
You got that, Lisa?
It's my annoying dogs. It's always something annoying in my life. Kids, dogs, you know.
So are we, Anne-Marie, are we counting on this whole crew here to help us with the social media?
I sure hope they retweet everything and repost it. This is a good little group for doing that. Of course. Bob's on Twitter and he's on Facebook, and everyone on this panel is. And I know Brandy's always retweeting stuff and posting.
Brandy jumped all over that. I want to donate something. I was like, oh my God, this is great. And and that was me that tweeted back to you. Just so you know, Brandy, it was me.
Oh.
That came from me. That was, I was the voice behind that one. I saw her and I'm like, I really should send her a private message and let her know who she's talking to.
I know that a lot of the group isn't all here, and I know there's a couple listening in, and the couple that are, I know they are metastatic, and there's two sitting on this panel that are Mets, and I know that Mets smacked the rest of us pretty hard this past year, and I'm pretty sure that all of us want to see something done besides nothing.
Something besides nothing, exactly.
And I think it's important. I really.
Yeah, we're also hoping that this is, every year we need to bring in that money again for the next grant cycle. So that's a biggie for this trip. Everything we make on this trip's going into the grants.
So CJ, does a researcher come to you and say, "Look, I want to research this," or do you go to the researcher? Like, how does that work? Because when it comes to science, I just called Anne-Marie. I don't get it.
We actually do it like all the other big organizations do it. Every year at this time, we put out a request for proposals, and that goes out through the Metastasis Research Society to career metastasis researchers all over the U.S. And individuals then apply directly to us. They first have to submit a letter of intent, which is a short outline of the exact research they want to do and what they hope to achieve with that research. And we go through those and decide which ones we will accept a full proposal from. And then we send out that letter. Then those then send in an entire proposal, just like they would have, at the CDMRP, at the Congressional Breast Cancer Review or Komen Review. They send in their full proposals. We go over them. Now, what we do is we convene a scientific peer review board. This is career metastasis researchers, metastatic breast cancer oncologists, and they form this board that review these proposals, and they pick the very best ones and rank order them and explain to us which ones they would select and why. And we get into quite a bit of discussion with them on that. And then the board of Metavivor, based on their information, makes its final decision. And those are the researchers that receive the grants.
Interesting.
Wow. You think it's an easy, I don't know. I guess I never really thought of it like that. I have a couple of friends that are researchers at the Wilmot Cancer Center, and I didn't know how they went about it. I mean, I've given them money for, their...
It's a big process for everybody. I mean, it is for us, but for the researchers, those grant proposals are hard to write. They have to be geared toward precisely what you're offering, the amount of money you're offering, and everything else. They can't try to do something that won't fit within the parameters you're offering. And so, yeah, it's very precise. And then, of course, you have to explain to everybody who did not get a grant precisely why they didn't, and what it was, that took them out of competition, so that next time they know. So yeah, it's a big process, but it's very rewarding, and it assures us that we're choosing only the very best research proposals.
And what do you see right now in research? Like, what is something that have you found a research that you read it and you've looked into it and it seems the best direction possible, and you want, I don't want to say, you want to put hope into it, I guess is what I'm getting at. I think,
well, as since we strictly fund research focused on finding better solutions for the already metastasized patient, we have a very narrow field. I mean, metastasis research, the whole field also includes prevention of metastasis. We're not interested in funding that. Let other people do that. So we have a very narrow focus. But you really don't know. What will jump out when those proposals come in. Obviously, our intention always is to do what has the potential for the greatest and quickest and furthest leap forward, every time we fund it, but that can be a variety of things. Unfortunately, metastasis research is very far behind because it's not funded as much as it should be.
Absolutely.
So it really depends on those proposals. We can't say in advance what will really jump out, because I remember one year I had a party at my house, and a very senior researcher was here for that party, and she had served on our review board, and she said, that one proposal, she was talking about one that we funded, and she said it was a young researcher, fairly new in the field, and they had such a brilliant idea that should have been so obvious to so many people. I couldn't believe I myself hadn't long since thought of it, but she said it was absolutely brilliant. And so it's things like that you can't know really what's going to pop up. There's one exception. We're all grant for researchers to apply against on any topic pushing the movement forward, the research forward for metastatic breast cancer patients. But then we did a very specific one for mouse models for liver metastasis. There are not nearly enough mouse models for liver metastasis. These mice have to be bred for all these different situations and experiments, and there's very few out there for liver metastasis, which is why research in that area has been kept so far behind. So this year, for one of the grants we give, we specified it specifically for mouse models for liver mets.
Could you not use the same mouse model that's already out there for liver cancer? Would that not give you a genetic background on that mouse?
No.
Why?
Because it's different. Liver cancer in the liver, primary cancer in the liver. Sorry, CJ, I have to show off my science prowess here. Primary liver cancer is different than metastasized breast cancer that took up residence in the liver. It's a different cell structure, which could be.
But I'm saying
liver metastases from a lung cancer and a breast cancer that are similar within the liver, but a primary liver is generally not this. Not the same. A metastasized cell usually would be, well, not usually, is mutated because it's already resisted all sorts of treatment. So by the time it's metastasized, it doesn't even look like the cancer cell that it started out to be. CJ, would that be somewhat accurate?
Yeah, and the other thing is though too that for different experiments you need different types of mouse models. They have to be bred in different ways for different types of things you're trying to do. And I was reading up on it lately. I mean, it's horribly complicated, and you need models in all the different areas. They first have to be developed, and then thousands of them have to be bred so that you can use it. So yeah,
We're looking at taking the breast cancer mice model, catching the ones that mets to the liver, and then breeding off that genetic subtype. Do I understand that right?
Oh, geez. Okay, breast cancer metastasized. I think the thing is most of these mice are used for very specific experiments, and they have a very short lifespan because they are what they call sacrificed in order to run the tests then that need to be tested.
God, I hope PETA's not watching this.
Yeah, I know. And so the thing is
people
that,
eating tasty animals.
Pardon me?
People eating tasty animals. Sorry.
Yeah. So at any rate, yeah, I mean, it's such an incredible science. I was reading up on it when we decided to offer that selective grant, but it's very complicated, and yeah.
Well, part of the reason I really have always felt as though Metavivor was where money should go is because I honestly and truly believe that until we find out more about metastatic cancer in general, breast, whatever, but breast because that's my genre, we won't know anything else. We're not going to know anything about inflammatory or triple negative or anything of that nature. We need to find out about metastatic because that to me is the top of the chain and the rest of it is just broken down. And I know absolutely jack squat about science. Nothing. But clearly the other way is not working. So if we started at the bottom of the chain, which we did, that didn't work. We can't go into the middle for obvious reasons. We have to start at the top. So the only way that makes sense to me is to research and understand metastatic. I think once we do that, we might actually make some headway on cancer in general.
I think the thing too is the big fear out there. The big fear always for anybody who gets cancer is I'm going to die. You know, regardless of what stage it's diagnosed at. And there's only one way really that I see of helping everybody at once. If you stop death from cancer, if you are able to control the metastasis, and then there's no death involved, then nobody has that fear. Even the people who've never had cancer, they're not sitting there going, oh my God, I might get cancer, I might die. You know, you've taken that away from everybody.
You're 100% right.
Well, it's the only breast cancer that kills. I mean, cancer in the breast doesn't end anyone's life.
No.
So it just like it makes no sense.
Right.
To be for a cure and sell pink ribbons?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my mom.
I'm proud.
Well, yes, she wears hers proud. All right, but I have my mom's records from 1987. My mother had her first primary, and because my father was so meticulous, I have all of her records, and I have them because she got a second primary after I was diagnosed. So I went through her records for our oncologist because he wanted to see what she was treated with back in '87. And as I'm looking at what she was treated with, I'm getting sick to my stomach. Mastectomy, and then I'm looking at the chemotherapy drugs, the same drugs. I'm trying to figure out where is this great big progress. Okay, surgery got better, imaging got better. Instead of pushing the drugs, they drip them so that the side effects are a little bit more tolerable. But really, as far as progress, every time somebody says progress, I want I want to jump up and down and say, really? Here's my records and here's my mom's, and hers are from 87, mine are from 2007. You show me where this great big progress is, because I don't see it. Not in my family. I don't see it.
Yeah, same drugs 20 years later. Ooh, woo woo.
The targeted therapies like Herceptin. That's about it, really. Like
and that's for a very small, it's very small pockets of population where there's been progress made. But the one population where we really need the progress is, like CJ just said and like Anne-Marie said, the problem is dying. So if we get to the point where we stop death, well, then we stopped the major part of the problem. We stopped really the big problem. Then we can start working on all the other little nonsense that comes along, And that's not to diminish the fact that there are people living with lymphedema and neuropathy and are suffering from disgusting problems that are side effects of treatment that is not metastatic disease. But, potentially everything else is fixable. You can't fix death, period.
That's right. No. And it's funny because when you go to the doctors and you have a really bad cold, okay? And I know clearly cancer is not a cold. Nobody go quote me on that and blow up my Facebook wall saying that I said that cancer is a cold, people. It's not what I'm saying. It's a freaking analogy. But when you have a really bad cold, they want to take precautions to stop it from turning into a pneumonia or bronchitis or, whatever, flu, whatever. They take those precautions. So if I go in, I'm not saying me, but, someone with metastatic goes in, and why aren't we treating them the highest level and researching that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have we have Tamiflu for the flu. How did we get that? Because people came in with really bad flu and died, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, people are dying of cancer, so why aren't we treating them the way we treated the people with the flu? Well, I know it seems like a really stupid analogy, but to me...
Cell structure versus virus, which is not... You're looking at hosts and foreign substances, and that's... I get what you're saying, but it's like apples and it's like oranges and tangerines. They're close, but they're not quite.
Right. But my thought is, since we cannot at all control this, we have to do something. Something has to be done. I mean, and this is my comment, and I'll tweet this till I'm blue in the face. If 500,000 people, correct? Is that number right? Die from
the world. It's a little higher, yeah.
Yeah, I think that number's
Who's sprinkling? Sorry, sprinkling, is that you?
Sorry, I'm guilty.
I muted her. Oh, it stayed. So
I thought it was Andy trying to find something to eat again.
No,
I brought my lunch today.
516,000 people are dying from metastatic breast cancer this year.
How many?
Am I right in that number?
Yeah. It's over 500,000 around the globe, yes.
Okay.
Around the globe, but not in the United States.
Around the globe. If that was the flu, or if it was, the
Ebola.
Mama disease, we would call it an epidemic. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I mean. That's what I'm saying. And I swear, if anyone comes up with Hoochie Mama disease, I want the credit for it.
That's a disease I'd like to get. That might be more fun.
Well, it's got a better sounding name. Hoochie Mama!
You have to go like this all the time.
I think that we can count on this panel to help out a little bit in tweeting and posting and really talking about C2C and Metavivor and what's going to be happening the next few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I'm game.
I'm in.
You down with Metavivor?
We sure appreciate it.
Hey, CJ.
You down with CCC?
I'm sorry I'm going to miss you in Memphis. Hey, knock it off. I'm sorry I'm going to miss you in Memphis.
Oh, too bad. Yeah.
You're going to be zipping through here, not staying.
No, unfortunately. Whereabouts are you from Nashville?
About 3.5 hours.
Which direction?
Well, Memphis is southwest of Nashville.
Okay, okay.
You'll
Yeah,
come
so we
through
don't.
here to get to. Well, it depends on where you're going in Mississippi. You may come straight down 65, but
Well, we go down to the University of Alabama, okay, Birmingham. So from Birmingham, we cut across. We have to go to a town named Vardanum, I think it's called. No,
yeah, I don't know.
I think it's kind of due west of Birmingham, and then we have to work our way around. I'll have to look up and see just where you are. We've got 2 days from Birmingham over to MD Anderson. Are you along that route someplace?
No, you'll be south of me.
Okay, okay.
No, I'm checking. I'm looking.
I need a map.
Okay, so next week, people.
Yes, sounds great. Bye, guys. Gotta go.
Bye.
Hi, how are you?
Next week.
Good.
Yes.
Bye. Everyone follow the C2C hashtag.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely. CJ, thank you for coming on.
Hey, you're most welcome. Thanks for having me. Take care.
Downstate. Bye, honey. This is on the YouTube channel, so if you want to cut it and splice it.
If I want to cut it and splice it, me?